And welcome in to the Front Porch Sports Radio Hour. I am Drake Colley, and we are coming to you live here in the Marion Will Hoyt press box from the Dan Janes Media
Broadcast and Communication Center.
Media Broadcast and Communication Center, high above Jim Cartwright Field.
Inside Lindsey Nelson Stadium. I think we got everybody's name. All right.
That's right. We want to get them all in. I am joined by Chris Yao. Also, we have from Maury County Public Schools, Mr. Keith Stacy is with us. And if we have all their mics up, we can make sure they say hello. You guys can hear me fine, can't you?
Can you hear us this week? Because last week we had a little, or 2 weeks ago we had a little struggle.
We had technical difficulties.
But we got you this week.
Tonight, the reason we're coming to you live right at this moment from Lindsey Nelson Stadium, in roughly a couple of hours, the Maury County Public Schools High School Football Jamboree will be held right here on Jim Cartwright Field in Lindsey Nelson Stadium. And the first kickoff or first two-period scrimmage Jamboree is set to kick off at 6 o'clock in a couple of hours.
You know what that means?
What is that? Tell me.
It's football time.
That's right. It's football time in Tennessee. And Coach Stacy, along with Columbia Central High School, the Mount Pleasant High School, Spring Hill High School, and Brattle Creek High School, which all those high schools will be involved right here tonight. The outside of Maury County schools will be CPA, which is always a very, it's one of the top private school programs in the state of Tennessee, year after year after year. And their head coach, Engel Martin, played at the University of Florida. He played at MBA for the Big Red. And then he went to the University of Florida and was
Furman after that.
Oh, was it Furman after that?
He was a
punter at Florida, but he wanted to play quarterback too, right?
If you remember, Chris Leaks beat him out at Florida as the quarterback. I think he hung around for a year, then he transferred to Furman, where he, I think, went on and finished his college career as a quarterback.
So
played for the Titans too.
First game I ever got to attend as a student of Jacksonville State University. Engel Martin threw a touchdown pass after they put 1 second back on the clock to beat us, and I still give him crap about that to this day. So
I'm going to change headsets so I can hear myself talk. There we go. Now I can hear myself talk. So besides CPA, Christ Presbyterian Academy, off of Old Hickory, they're still on Old Hickory right there as you get into Brentwood area.
I was actually by there last night.
South Davidson County.
I was on my way to Innsworth.
Also, Summertown will be involved in the Jamboree tonight. Cascade High School, and they're in Bedford, right?
Cascade's in Bedford.
Eagleville is in Rutherford County.
Correct.
Okay, Cascade is going to be involved, and Cornersville. So CPA, Summertown, Cascade, and Cornersville, along with the 4 Maury County High Schools tonight, and we are coming to you live as we're looking right above Jim Cartwright Field here in Lindsey Nelson Stadium. High School Jamboree, Maury County High School Jamboree kicking off at 6 o'clock tonight here in just a couple of hours. So please, if you don't have plans or if you had plans, change them and come on out to the Jamboree. It's going to be a big night tonight.
Nice and cool out there.
Yeah, nice little breeze blowing. Let's talk about those Titans real quick. Did you watch a game last night, Coach?
I didn't. My son actually is in his first year teaching, and he's coaching at Giles County.
Okay.
They scrimmaged Innsworth last night.
Okay.
So I drove up and watched that scrimmage.
How did that go? Can you give us a report on Giles County? And
Giles County is 2-0 in the preseason. They defeated Tullahoma 2 weeks ago soundly by a score of 35-17, I believe.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And then they beat Innsworth last night 29-23.
Okay. Now, let me.
They're pretty. First year coach is a big deal.
Yeah, speaking of Ingle Martin, I think the private schools in Nashville tend to attract former pro players. I believe a lot of them like to stay around Tennessee if they're not from here. But with that said, Tim Hasselback, the younger brother of Matt. Matt, of course, played part of his career for the Titans, but carried the Seahawks to a Super Bowl.
Yes, he did.
Tim is his
Tim
younger
the one
brother.
married to the?
No, I think that's Matt.
Is that Matt?
Married to Elizabeth. That was on the View.
I couldn't remember which one was.
Yeah, I think that was
Tim. They both played at Boston College,
right?
And Tim is now the head coach at Innsworth.
Okay,
he's been there since 24. His son, which I got to see him play last night, is a Wyoming commit.
Okay, did he look pretty good? I mean,
he's good looking.
Quarterback,
okay. About 6'2", good looking kid. Of course, Innsworth is always going to put similar to CPA. They're going to put
quality players on the team.
They always look the part. Now, I was honestly a little surprised that Giles County was able to beat them, but I thought Giles County has looked good in their preseason.
Excited to hear that.
Well, speaking of preseason, last night the Tennessee Titans were in Santa Clara, California at Levi's Stadium to take on the San Francisco 49ers, who they had been holding joint practices with leading up to last night's kickoff.
For a little while.
Yeah,
when they weren't fighting.
A lot of skirmishes broke out. Tennessee won last night. The Titans won 19-13. The Magic 8 Ball did have the Titans covering that spread. Depending on where you got them, you might have gotten them at 6.5. You might have gotten them at 5.5. I think it ended up right at 6. So just depending on where you got that spread, they did end up winning by 6. San Francisco kicks a last minute field goal to try an onside kick. Without that, the Titans cover easily, and the Magic 8 Ball is once again correct. The Magic 8 Ball also had under in the Titans game and under in the Cincinnati game. So 2-1 for the 8 Ball, and we've got some picks for you at the end of this hour. Titans head coach Robert Saleh chose to start his primary players, his first-team players. San Francisco's head coach Kyle Shanahan chose not to really start his top ones. His ones. First drive for Cam Ward down the field. They get the ball at the 5, drive 95 yards. Ends up in a 5-yard Tony Pollard touchdown. Cam Ward made 2 or 3 good connections during that drive, in that opening drive, as he hit Calvin Ridley for 18 yards, 16-yard completion to Gunnar Helm, which Gunnar Helm looked good with that reception and run, I thought, and a 25-yard burst to Tyjae Spears.
Tell you who looked good on that drive, probably looked better than anybody on the entire drive, was J.C. Latham.
Yeah,
J.C. Latham looked good.
And Carmona from Arkansas started also on the offensive line. I believe he was playing, might have been right guard, and he looked pretty good on the offensive line for a rookie too. And believe me, the Titans need all the help they can get on both defensive and offensive lines.
And I looked at the stats of that game. I was surprised that Carnell Tate, they showed him as having 3 receptions for 0 yards. Now, I know they don't play the whole game, but a rookie receiver that they're put a lot of stock in.
Yeah.
3 receptions for 0 yards. I was surprised by that.
After that initial drive and that initial touchdown, the offense slowed considerably for the rest of the game.
Yeah, Cam did not look good in drive 2 or 3.
Yeah, and Robert Saleh in the post-game interviews, he admitted, he said, the game was moving pretty fast. He needs to kind of the game moves much quicker than it does in practice in that situation, and might have offset maybe Cam Ward or thrown him off just a little bit in his timing, and they need to work on that. And of course, really, you don't have a whole lot of time to work on it, to be honest with you. Now, one of the main problems with the Titans the rookie receiver from Ole Miss, Stribling, catches 63 yards worth of catches. And that's against the Titans' first defensive backs. That's not like their twos or threes are out there trying to cover this rookie from Ole Miss.
No, they looked bad.
So that's a big concern moving forward as far as the Titans go. And it's the same old story. We're sitting here worried about the defensive backfield of the Titans being coming from the worst last year, basically in the NFL, to starting out in preseason game number 1 looking terrible again.
Yep.
And it's just, I don't know. You just wish that I tell you who did look at some bright spots. Kicker Joey Sly had 4 field goals. 3 of them were 50 yards or more, which is good.
It's good for fantasy, too. 5 points per.
Yeah.
I mean, San Francisco backup quarterback Curtis Rourke is his name. Played well, 12 or 14 for 101 yards and a touchdown, a rushing touchdown.
That sounds –
He left the game with a rib injury, had to go to the hospital later because he was having problems breathing.
But repeat that stat line. For
12 for 14.
12 or 14.
For 101 and a rushing touchdown. And that's like quarterback number 2 or 3.
Correct. I would say 3.
Behind Brock Purdy. Behind Martinez, and then there's Rourke. Behind Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy I don't think he played last night. And 12 for 14. Yeah, and you got a rookie receiver that caught like 4 or 5 for 63 yards. Yeah. I mean, 5 other preseason games were played last night. The Pittsburgh Steelers won 28-9 over Green Bay in Pittsburgh. Cincinnati, which was a Magic 8-ball pick to cover the 7-point spread, won 16-14 as Detroit scored to cover that line with 1:28 left. Lost by 2 points to Cincinnati. Indianapolis ends up in a 13-13 tie as AR5 comes back late for Indianapolis to score the tying touchdown against New England. And the Los Angeles Chargers won 27-7 over the Houston Texans. I didn't watch that game. I didn't get a stat line. I just, you scratch your head about Houston Texans. They got a great defense, and you expect C.J. Stroud to go up and down the field.
Well,
but that's not the case.
I think Stroud showed 2 years ago that he was on his way, and then last year it seemed like he took a step back.
Well, that old sophomore slump. That sophomore slump they talk about always hit. So, and Arizona beat Las Vegas in a rematch of the.
Jeremiah Love looked legit.
Yeah, Jeremiah Love had a good game.
He looked really good.
Kirk Cousins got the start for Las Vegas. Mendoza came in later. Mendoza went 10 of 16 for 96 yards and a touchdown. Not too terribly bad. This is kind of a rematch between Carson Beck and Fernando Mendoza in a preseason game, which is kind of interesting because they played in the national title game back in January.
Do you have a stat line on Beck? Because he tore it up in the Hall of Fame game.
Yeah, he looked good for that half that he played in the Hall of Fame game against the Panthers. So 3 games scheduled for tonight in preseason. Denver at Atlanta. Denver's favored by 3.5 points.
That will be interesting. That quarterback situation that Atlanta's got, that'll be interesting to watch.
Speaking of Atlanta, James Pierce Jr. has been suspended for 8 games due to his domestic violence charges early on. I don't know when, and I don't know what the NFL does for rookies that are coming in, but certainly they have some type of seminar where you have to sit down and watch some type of edited video program where they can just show you rookie after from Henry Ruggs III to, it's just, the list goes on and on about these guys that are getting themselves in trouble and costing themselves a lot of money and a lot of heartache and a lot more legal problems than is necessary. Just stay out of trouble.
And then
don't put your hands on people. Don't drive drunk. There's just so many just common sense things that these kids should not be doing that. Rashee Rice is, he's a fantastic wide receiver. He's out speeding in his Lamborghini and slams into 2 or 3 cars and causes a wreck and get charged with 2 different felonies. I mean, it's just the list goes on. It's just it just blows my mind that we keep year after year after year here of these stories of these rookies that are just. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm overreacting, but I just don't understand it, Coach.
I don't understand it either. But I don't, even if it's not a rookie. If you add all the other players on that list throughout the history of the game, Ray Rice, Baltimore's running back, who has never been able to come back.
Yeah, I mean, it's really, really, really hard to believe that they can't get that message through to these young kids and say, look what happened to this guy. We're not making it up. It's for real, man. You've got to keep your nose clean. You've got to stay out of trouble. Call an Uber. Get away. If you're mad at somebody and feel like hitting somebody, get away from the situation. Diffuse it. It's that simple. It's not hard.
It's not hard.
You're going to make things a lot harder by getting yourself in trouble with law enforcement or doing something to somebody you shouldn't have done, putting your hands on somebody. So the other games tonight in preseason, Tampa Bay is at the New York Jets. The Jets are favored by 6.5 with a 35.5 total. All these games kick off at 6 o'clock tonight. Miami, the Dolphins, and they're starting Malik Willis.
I think he's supposed to be the starter.
Yeah, he's a starter.
We'll see how that goes.
They got rid of Jalen Waddle. They got Tariq Hill down there still.
He's terrible. They got A-Chain. I guess they're going to lean on A-Chain.
7 games on Saturday.
7. God.
Yep. Tomorrow, Cleveland at Chicago. Interesting to see. That's going to be an interesting game because Deshaun Happy Ending Watson plays will start for Cleveland. So we'll see what happens. Hey, Kansas City Star, like I said, wide receiver.
When was the last year he played?
It's been a minute.
3 years ago? Has it been that long?
And it was for Cleveland, correct?
Mm-hmm. Then he got hurt.
I think that's really is the only true quarterback battle in the NFL right now.
Tua and Michael Penix, but I think Tua is going to end up being the starter. And then, of course,
and Penix said his knee. He admittedly said he is.
I can't take a hit yet.
Yeah, so I mean,
I don't know.
I mean, there's. I mean,
and then Kyler just won the Minnesota battle.
Kyler won the battle at Minnesota. Absolutely.
So that may be the only one still up for grabs.
Yeah. Kansas City Star, we were talking about Rashee Rice, spoke to the press on Tuesday saying the 30-day jail sentence he served for violating probation, testing positive for THC, marijuana.
That's the stupidity.
That 30-day was a, quote, learning experience and a reality check. I imagine it was. From driving Lamborghinis and smoking weed and, doing whatever you want to.
I wonder if it sticks. I'm sure the 30 days was reality check.
Now, his philosophy.
Day 31.
Rashee Rice's philosophy to the press was don't focus on the past, focus on what's going on now. And he says, I'm doing well mentally, so everything's good with Rashee Rice. So we'll see. Stay tuned.
See how long that lasts.
Yeah. Rice was on probation for his involvement in a multi-car crash in 2024 when he drove his Lamborghini into other cars, pled guilty to a pair of felonies, then served a 6-game suspension, put on probation, tested positive, goes to jail. I mean, there's another perfect video reel for your incoming rookies, what not to do and how to stay away from jail time, right?
How not to do stupid stuff to hurt the team, as Mike Vrabel would say.
Yeah, there you go. Look out, A-Rod. Aaron Rodgers, as a rookie quarterback and former Nittany Lion, Drew Aller last night showed out in Pittsburgh against lesser competition as he completed 10 of 13 passes for 153 yards and 2 touchdowns and ran for a touchdown.
Well, that is the Penn State MO, isn't it? Play really well against teams that aren't that good. and
then kind of fold against a good team.
Against anybody else with a pulse. That's their MO up there.
I wouldn't think Aaron Rodgers is sweating it.
Yeah. Oh no.
No,
No. I don't think so either.
He's not there if he's not playing.
Former Alabama star and Detroit defensive back Terrion Arnold has found a home, and that would be in Seattle, Washington. The Seahawks agreed to take Terrion Arnold and his legal baggage.
I was going to say.
Of kidnapping and robbery charges. In Arizona running back, as you said, Chris, Jeremiah Love ran for 73 yards on a tough night of running, and he had a nice hurdle in his pro debut.
Dude looked like Barry Sanders out there. He looked. I'm telling you, Coach. He looked really good.
A bigger version of him, though.
Just the way that he was spinning off tackles and jumping over guys.
He's legit.
He just looked really good.
Last night's Field of Dreams. Do you all get Netflix? Did you catch it?
I didn't watch it, but
Field of Dreams game and belonged to the Philadelphia Phillies as they manhandled the Twins 7-1.
So now they're only 9 games back.
Out in the cornfields of Iowa. They built it in the cornfields of Iowa, Dyersville, Iowa, to be exact, and they came to watch it after they built it. Kyle Schwarber began his night with a leadoff blast to right field, but Schwarber wasn't done at that point. He came back up in the 4th inning and blasted another one out into the cornfields.
Good for them. No one cares.
Philly starter Aaron Nola struck out 9, allowed 1 run in 5 innings, and then Philly's bullpen combined for 4 scoreless after that. Chicago White Sox pitcher Davis Martin was ejected after he airmailed a second pitch that hit. Let me see who he hit in that. Oh, he hit Cincinnati South Stewart in the head last night. He was ejected after
can't do that.
The second air ball, two finger 4-seam fastball in the 3rd inning in a 9-8 loss hit South Stewart in the helmet. Both benches cleared, both bullpens cleared, and then after Stewart was on first base, the umpires got together and sent Davis Martin.
Gave him the heave-ho.
They gave him the heave-ho. He put up after
– Go get your early shower in the cornfields, buddy.
After Stewart got hit in the helmet on the second airmail pitch that was high and inside, the second of 2, he grabbed his bat, and pointed the knob in at the pitcher, at Davis Martin, and held up 2 fingers, signaling that was the second 2 inside pitches that you threw at me. And both benches cleared. The bullpens came out of their bullpens. Everybody met there.
Came out of the cornfields?
And then plate umpire Alan Porter and crew chief got together with a couple of the outfield or infield umps, and they decided it was time for Mr. Martin to hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back. No more. Detroit Tigers shut out the Cleveland Guardians yesterday without throwing a single strikeout.
A shutout with no strikeout. That's impressive.
A combination of, in a 3-0 shutout, the Detroit Tigers used 3 separate pitchers combined. None of them struck out any of the Cleveland batters, but Cleveland only managed 4 hits in the game, losing for the 9th time in 12 games did Cleveland. Detroit's shutout without a strikeout was the first in 12 years in Major League Baseball.
Yeah, I was going to ask you when that last happened.
Detroit was also the last team to do that in 2014.
That's incredible.
That's that's
incredible.
That's some weird stuff going on right now.
Baseball always produces
weird and wacky, as Johnny would say. That is the 9th time that has happened. A team has pitched a shutout without a strikeout since 1995, since the wild cards were introduced. Yeah. That is only the 9th time that has happened. Milwaukee Brewers came back to beat the Los Angeles Dodgers last night in Chavez Ravine at Dodger Stadium to win the first game of a big series between 2 division leaders, the Brewers and the Dodgers.
Need the Brewers to keep winning.
So, Seattle Mariners must gain ground in the AL West as they play in Houston against the cheating Houston Astros this weekend. In the National League Central at Wrigley Field, the St. Louis Cardinals and the Cubs are trying to catch the Brewers as they as St. Louis tries to. The Cubs are trying to catch the Brewers, and the St. Louis Cardinals are looking to stay relevant in the postseason. And plus, that's just a tremendous
rival.
That's just a tremendous rivalry.
Yeah.
And,
Well, they call it the I. Is it? What's the interstate that connects St. Louis to Chicago?
80 or 75.
Yeah,
I don't know.
75 maybe. Whatever it is, they call it that.
It had to be
That
45 or 55.
Yeah.
You know, and I was reading a pretty cool story about the Chicago Cubs and players that have played for the Chicago Cubs over the years. And players that get drafted by the Cubs are a Cub their whole lives and retire a Cub, which is in today's world is rather rare. But they were talking about how the Cubs, like on Friday, they play an afternoon game when all the other major leagues are playing evening games. So you get the ballpark after lunch or whatever, go in before lunch, you eat lunch there, you get ready to go out, you play 40,000 people, get in there for a 1:30 start, 1:20 start. They're done by 4 o'clock. You get dressed, you go out to eat dinner with your families, you get home, spend Friday night, and then the same thing on Saturday and Sunday when all these other teams are playing night games. And they said it's just so, he said, and I believe they were interviewing Ian Happ about it. He's been a Cub for 13 years. And they said that, he said, it's in kind of the recruiting video that they send us that.
Well, you remember when they didn't have lights at Wrigley.
Right. They didn't have lights till 98, 99.
And so it's just so refreshing to these players that they get because of the home and when the Cubs play. And he said, we get out there and we walk out on the field and there's 40,000 people there.
In the middle of the day.
That's right. In the middle of the day, rooting us on. And then by 4 o'clock in the afternoon, we're done. We go in and shower. Late in the evening, we can go play golf or we go catch dinner or go with our friends or do whatever. He said it's fantastic and tremendous to be another reason why it's great to be a Chicago Cub.
Well, and it would also help them if that's the last game of a series and they're playing a team coming into Chicago who played a night game the night before, just on the rest.
Yeah, absolutely. Tampa Bay, one of the best records in Major League Baseball at 74-46, look to protect their American League East lead at Tropicana Field against the Orioles this weekend. The Arizona Diamondbacks, who've been playing much better ball as of late, head down south to Battery Park. Is that Truist Field or Truist Park?
Park. Field is in Charlotte. Truist Field is in Charlotte.
So in Battery Park, there's a Truist Park.
No, it's just the Battery.
So it's just called the Battery.
The Battery. Correct.
So in the Battery, there's Truist Park, where the Braves play.
Yes.
Okay, I just want to get that straight. It's just kind of confusing.
Truist. Yeah,
but
Truist
they
Park.
are playing the Braves are playing the Arizona Diamondbacks this weekend, and the Braves look on to try to hold on.
Michael Soroka, by the way, pitching against the Braves, former Braves, big-time Braves player, pitcher.
Yeah.
On Sunday, Soroka goes.
Yeah. Well, the Braves are trying to hold on to the National League East while the Arizona Diamondbacks are trying to get into the wild card position in the National League West, or the National League overall National League wild card position. Are we ready to go to break? All right, we're going to take a quick break. We've been on here for quite a while. This is the Front Porch Sports Radio Hour. We'll be right back.
Columbia Power and Water Systems is dedicated to bringing our customers reliable, local service. Whether you're turning on a light switch, your faucet, or streaming on TV, our dedicated team members from here in Murray County work every day to keep you on. If you need us, call us 931-388-4833 or visit cpws.com. CPWS, local service, local support.
Hi, I'm Robert Rogers at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC.
And I'm Michael Parks Lawrence at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC.
Together, we're Mr. Bobby Parks' grandsons, and we run his dealership, and we are glad to be part of our local community.
Being family owned and operated, we invest heavily in our community.
We do things like sports teams, schools, bands, you name it. We try to help everybody we can.
The reason why we do this is because we all love this community.
So come do business with us, your neighbors, at Parks Motor Sales in Columbia, Tennessee, right off Nashville Highway, or at parksmotorsales.com.
Hello, I'm Rick Whitley.
And I'm Daniel Pollard from Jones & Lang Sporting Goods. We would like to take this opportunity to thank all of you for the many years of support. Since 1966, Jones & Lang has been locally owned and operated and supplying teams from T-ball to college. Stop by and see what we can do for you. We offer a wide variety of services from silk screening and embroidery to our custom trophy and awards department.
We're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 9 to noon. Remember, Jones & Lang Sporting Goods, the look of a winner.
Some people are just obsessed with their lawns. They'd cut their grass with a pair of scissors if they could. Thanks to Gravely, they don't have to. You see, Gravely makes not only the best built and most comfortable lawnmowers, they also leave your house looking like a doggone country club. So whether you're a commercial landscaper wanting the best or just a perfectionist homeowner, you can't do better than a Gravely.
See our full line of Gravely products at Murray County Equipment, 1075 North James Campbell Boulevard in Columbia, Tennessee, or check us out on Facebook.
Is your insurance up to date in today's world? Foster Insurance Agency is an insurance agency you can depend on for your commercial and personal insurance needs. Foster tailors insurance coverage to meet your unique requirements stemming from years of experience and represents several top-rated companies such as Erie Insurance. Call Mike Ford or Jimmy Ford today at 931-388-8365 or stop by their convenient Columbia location at 204 West 4th Street. Foster Insurance, serving Middle Tennessee since 1952.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Ford, Foster Insurance Agency here in downtown Columbia. We've been here since 1952, located at 204 West 4th Street. We specialize in commercial insurance. We write home, auto, and life insurance. We write anything from your bulldozer to your helicopter, from churches to bars. Come see myself, Mike, Shelby, or Nikki. We'll be happy to take care of you. We specialize in service.
When it comes to your internet, you shouldn't have to talk to a robot or someone halfway across the globe. At CPWS, you don't. We live and work right here in Columbia, providing local support you can trust and service that's built into the heart of our community. Right now, it's never been easier to make the switch. New customers can get CPWS internet for just $50 a month. Experience the difference of local service and blazing fast speeds. Call us today, 931-375-7777.
We at Hollins Pharmacy must be doing something right. We've been providing pharmaceutical services in the Middle Tennessee area for over 60 years. The guiding principles of our business are fast, accurate, friendly, personal service. We do not have long waiting lines, and our phone calls are answered by a staff member. We strive to get to know our customers by name, not just a date of birth or number. We are your locally owned hometown pharmacy, and we appreciate your business. We urge you to come visit us at Hollins Pharmacy, 1608 Hatcher Lane here in Columbia.
Hello, this is Rick Tillis from Tillis Jewelry. What is a full-service jeweler? Experienced staff, custom designers, in-house jewelry repairs, and beautiful jewelry. Yes, at Tillis Jewelry, we are passionate, knowledgeable, and committed to integrity. We strive to be the best in our community and in our profession. We build long-term relationships and become part of family traditions that will cross generations. We delight clients by providing an unparalleled selection, superior service, and exceptional value. Tillis Jewelry, we exceed your expectations.
Columbia Foodland is a locally owned and operated family grocery store with a full line of dry, dairy, frozen, meat, and produce items. We focus on keeping the freshest hand-cut meat and produce items daily with the most competitive prices in town. We offer weekly ad specials as well as in-store weekly specials throughout the store. Located at 427 West 7th Street in Columbia in the former Harris Foodland location. Columbia Foodland. We're here and ready to serve the wonderful people of Columbia and the surrounding areas.
This is Garrett Schrader at Priority Motor Cars. Are you looking for a better way to buy a used car? Come see us. We're family owned and we believe every customer deserves honesty, quality, and a hassle-free experience. Every vehicle is carefully selected, competitively priced, and backed by the kind of service you'd expect from your neighbors, not your strangers. Plus, we're always looking to buy quality vehicles even if you don't buy one from us. Visit Priority Motor Cars today where integrity comes standard, right across from the Maury County Judicial Center or online at PriorityMotorCars.com.
Discover Prime and Pint in downtown Columbia, where great food meets great company. Join us for weekly specials. Tuesday is Texas Tuesday, with a rotating menu that gives back to local causes. Wednesday is half-off burgers and pints all day long. And on Thursday, don't miss our prime rib dinner carved fresh by our chef. Make your night memorable at Prime and Pint, 105 East 6th Street, Columbia. Prime and Pint Butchery and Public House.
He shoots, and he scores!
At CSH, we know the sport of football builds discipline, character, and work ethic, 3 common characteristics of winners. It's a sport where we drowns out me. Leadership is nurtured, and that's why CSH supports all Maury County football teams and want to say a special thanks and good luck to every player, coach, volunteer, and parent of this year's teams from youth programs, middle schools, and high schools. We know football builds men that make a difference. Let's go.
And we are back. This is the Front Porch Sports Radio Hour Special Edition as we are in Lindsey Nelson Stadium coming to you live high above Jim Cartwright Field right next to Columbia Central High School in Maury County Park, as tonight is the Maury County Public Schools High School Jamboree involving Mount Pleasant, Battle Creek, Spring Hill, and the Columbia Central Lions. As the Lions will be taking on CPA. Now, the other 3, I'm not sure what the combination of who's playing who, but we do know that Summertown will be here and represented their football team. Cornersville.
I think Summertown has Battle Creek.
Yep.
Okay.
Cornersville has Spring Hill.
Yep. Summertown and Battle Creek. Cornersville and Mount, and then Mount Pleasant and Cascade, and then Central and CPA.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So we've got that figured out.
That was a lot.
Bad news out of Knoxville. Their cornerback, Entrice Farouk, has gone down to a bad leg injury. Yesterday, I think it was in practice. One of the better players on defenses in the secondary for the Tennessee Volunteers. No permanent information, but it did not look good. He was taken to UT Medical Center, and it is a leg injury. So that does not sound good after losing linebacker. His name is Harmon for the Vols, and also Arian Carter, another linebacker, will miss the first 2 games of the season.
What a silly ruling that was.
For a ridiculous, silly ruling. But anyway, I guess that's just the last teeth.
I'd still play him.
That's the last teeth or last tooth that the NCAA has in their mouth to gnaw on there in the as far as enforcing rules. Hey, what about the Alabama? Did you all see where Phoenix City, Alabama is going to Williamsport? And the young lady pitching for them?
Colby Rasmus and Corey Rasmus?
No, her name is Kinley.
Yeah, but she's Corey's daughter, Colby's niece.
I don't know who those people are.
Former MLB pitchers.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And they actually, in 1999, when I was 13, they actually took Phoenix City to Williamsport back then, and I was very jealous of that team.
Hey, they just shut in the last game. They just shut out Nolensville. Little League,
which is typically
and they put a spanking on Columbia Little League, and put in, and so on to Williamsport. They're going, and their best pitcher is a young lady, and good
she's
for her.
great.
Good for her. Also, Tulsa Little League in Tulsa, Oklahoma, the Tulsa Nationals. Officially are not, as of Wednesday, are not going to be able to play to move on to Williamsport, Pennsylvania, to the Little League World Series. They played a player that was ineligible earlier in the tournament, and then got to the regionals where they were playing to represent the Southwest, and they kind of got caught with their hand in the cookie jar and decided that ineligible player, they weren't going to play him, but they still deserved a shot to play to go on to Williamsport. Does that sound right, Coach? I mean,
it sounds like that was their defense.
Now their defense is, we had an ineligible player earlier on in the tournament that helped us advance to the regions, but we're not going to let him.
We've already dismissed him.
Yeah, we're not going to let him play in the tournament. Well, Little League International said, hold on, pump the brakes here, Tulsa. You guys have been playing an illegal player. I don't care at any point in time during the tournament, you're out of the tournament.
Yep. Which is the way it should be.
And so then the parents wanted to blame it on a clerical error and all this type of stuff. And I mean, clerical error or not, if the kid's 16 years old, he's 16 years old. I'm not saying he's 16. I'm just saying my point is
Little League up through 12?
12-year-old. So I'm saying if the kid's 14, he's 14. There is no clerical error to that, other than what you put his age down as. I mean, there's the clerical error. And so I believe out of that region,
which would be synonymous to lie.
Yes,
it was a lie.
And I'm pretty sure it's Bourne, Texas.
Yeah.
Outside of San Antonio, it's going to Williamsport, Pennsylvania, to represent
which is big for them because that's a whole game they didn't have to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. The PGA Tour is in Memphis this weekend for the $20 million FedEx St. Jude Challenge. As of earlier today, Sungjae Im was leading the pack at 9 under. He shot 4 under yesterday and was 5 under on today's round through 15 holes. Second place, Adam Scott. Third place, Jake Knapp as of today. Scotty Scheffler shot a 68 yesterday and at 2 under.
Is John Daly not playing in that?
No.
He seems to always show up.
He's probably at Tunica.
St. Jude.
I think he plays a lot at Tunica. And you know, so
he plays a lot at his bar in Midtown.
Yeah.
On that simulator.
Well, that's Mr. Daly. You know, hey, that's Grandpa. I don't know what he's got a son that plays now, doesn't he?
I think so.
He has a kid that plays now. Preseason rankings, according to On3. What is On3? Is that .com? Is that kind of just like a?
It's Rivals.
Okay.
24/7 On3. They're all kind of the same. They're all owned by Shannon Terry.
According to On3.com, the preseason ranking for college football go as follow. Ohio State, Oregon, Texas, Georgia, and Notre Dame are the top 5. And then comes Indiana, Miami, Oklahoma, Ole Miss, A&M, top 10. Texas Tech, LSU, USC, Alabama at 14, BYU at 15, Michigan, Washington, Penn State, SMU, Tennessee at 20, Utah, Louisville, Houston, Iowa, and then Florida at number 25. So, take it for what it's worth.
Whatever it's worth.
I mean,
right?
and Coach, what do you think about preseason polls? I mean,
I think it creates a lot of chatter, especially if your team's in it and the higher up in that order they show up.
I think it creates a lot of bias too.
It does create bias, but I think factually speaking, when was the last time the preseason number one, actually won it all? Because you remember who number one was last year in the preseason? Texas.
Well, and every year, a team in the top 10 ends up unranked. Almost.
Texas was unranked last year at some point, and I think they may have finished ranked, but certainly not a number one all the way through the season. I don't think they even made the playoffs. So
we haven't gotten an update, but on Wednesday, Los Angeles Dodgers and former Brave Freddie Freeman took quite a spill into the visitors' locker room or dugout as he was fielding a foul ball.
I don't know who was playing catcher for the Dodgers, but they ought to be on. They should have been DFA'd immediately. They should not even finish the at bat.
Well,
whoever the catcher was should be fired.
First baseman Freddie Freeman drifted up. And Freddie is 34, 35 years old now, I want to say, somewhere in that
spring
range.
Chicken.
He drifted over to towards the visitors' bench there at Dodger Stadium and just happened to fall off the first step of those concrete steps looking straight up. And I'm telling you, it wasn't pretty. And
as someone who ran over a wheelbarrow once because no one told me it was in foul territory, that's not fun. Of course, I was 15 years old, so I bounced right back up. But Freddie, like you said, 35. If I did it today, I'd be in trouble.
Well, we haven't gotten an update on Freddie Freeman, but I imagine he's probably still very sore
and up for sure.
And I would definitely say it is no fun falling down a flight of stairs.
Yeah, it was at least 3 or 4 steps.
At 35 years old, at 5 years old, I would. I don't care how old you are. It is it's
particularly
not fun.
when you're not expecting it. You don't even know they're there, and you just fall sideways into a dugout, into concrete. I mean, a concrete hole, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. So tonight we're looking forward to 4 scrimmage games here at Lindsey Nelson Stadium. We've got Mount Pleasant, Spring Hill, Battle Creek, and Columbia Central High School. We are in Lindsey Nelson Stadium in Murray County Park next to Columbia Central High School. And beginning at 6 o'clock, the teams will be playing 2 20-minute running clock quarters from what I understand. And they are staggered at hours. 6 o'clock start, 7 o'clock start, 8 o'clock start, and 9 o'clock start. The 9 o'clock start game will feature Columbia Central High School against Christ Presbyterian Academy out of the Brentwood area. Coach Ingle Martin, always a quality football team there in the private school ranks. And I would probably say, Coach, during the regular season, you rank teams, you go in and do a little study on the teams. I'd probably say year after year, CPA, as far as the private school ranks goes, is near the top.
Yeah. I would agree with you.
Innsworth,
particularly
CPA,
in Double-A,
MBA, McCallie, Baylor, those teams.
All those guys. So we're gonna have everybody hands on deck tonight for the Murray County Public School High School Football Jamboree starting at 6 o'clock. If you don't have plans, come on out. I know it's a little warm, but we've got something cool to drink for you. And the sun will be down over the horizon by then, and we're going to have they've
got cooling stations around as well.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah, and we're going to have the game day show directly following this show here in just a few minutes. We're going to have dignitaries from the Murray County Public School downtown office, and that includes Coach Keith. That you're a dignitary, sir. Did you know that? That includes. Don't shake your head. You know you are. Yeah.
I'm not a dignitary.
We're also going to have athletic director Chris Pointer. And a number of other coaches, players. So stay tuned. You'll be able to pick us up streamed. Is that right, Slim D? We'll be streaming on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter. Also, we will stay live right here on 101.7. So don't go anywhere.
What's that Magic 8 Ball got for us?
Magic 8 Ball. Magic 8 Ball tonight. Magic 8 Ball went 2-1 yesterday, folks. Did okay yesterday. We're in good shape right now as we move into the weekend. Tonight, the Magic 8 Ball likes over in the Atlanta-Denver preseason game. Then take the 2 unders in New York Jets, Tampa Bay, and under in the Miami Washington Commanders game. Major League Baseball, 2 or more hits, runs, and RBIs combined. We're going to take Tyler Soderstrom for the A's. Eduardo Valencia, he's a catcher and DH pinch hitter for the Detroit Tigers. And Big Mike Trout. Mike Trout's been hitting the ball great. He's about the only player for the Angels that can even hit the ball. It's really kind of amazing. Some of the worst.
Trout's been around a while too.
Some of the worst teams in baseball. It's just hard to believe these guys are hitting not 200. I don't know. I
think it's the result of the way they're coaching them now.
Yeah,
long ball or go big or go home, and we've lost that. And I regret it because I grew up in an era of baseball when folks like George Brett and Carl Yastrzemski and those guys were chasing batting titles. People don't talk about that much anymore. Just long ball.
Yeah, it seems like some guys that are batting 7th, 8th, 9th in the lineup, that they really don't care about averages. All they care about is if this guy can step up the plate and hit close to 20 home runs a season. They're willing to pay him $5 to $10 million a year, even though he'll hit 175, 180, and then 20 home runs. I mean,
if you can hit 230, hit 20 to 25 home runs, and drive in 75 runs,
you're making $10 million a year.
You're as good of a ball player as there is on the team.
And coaches and that's not the way things used to be in the old days.
No.
I mean,
did you see Ozzie Albies became the first second baseman in Major League Baseball history to have 5 seasons of 20 home runs or more before he turned 30? First second baseman in history. He's had 5 seasons of 20 home runs or more before he turned 30. That's impressive.
He's a tough player.
I mean, but like that's the kind of guy that is making big time money.
Well, I mean,
just because he's hit 20 home runs a year.
God bless him is all I can tell him.
Hey, congrats to them.
I wish we had, all we can do is sit back and watch. The Braves are in first place in the National League East.
Baby. Up by 9 games.
Dodgers are showing some little wear and tear on their team, but I imagine they'll get it back together. They got too many all-stars. I mean,
the payroll's too big.
Then you look at the New York Mets. They're about the 3rd biggest payroll in baseball. And
didn't work out for them.
Dead last. They are terrible. I mean, gosh, ask New York Frank Fleming, right? Right, Slim D. Ask Frank Fleming. He'll tell you exactly.
He'll tell you exactly how he feels.
Frank Fleming's on social media, and he's just guy that loves the Mets, and he just.
I would have loved to see.
We couldn't play. We couldn't play what Frank says about the Mets right here on the radio because
would have loved to have heard he and Lindsey Nelson have a conversation.
You're exactly right.
Yeah.
Right. All right, we are right here at the end of our hour. We've got a couple more minutes to go. We want to remind everybody tonight here at Lindsey Nelson Stadium, Murray County Park, the Murray County Public Schools High School Jamboree involving Spring Hill, Mount Pleasant, Battle Creek, and the Columbia Central High Lions will be entertaining schools from Summertown, Cornersville, CPA, and Cascade over there in Bedford County. So
the champion.
Starting at 6 o'clock, the Murray County Public School Game Day show is just about to start. Leave your radios locked in on this station. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. This has been the Front Porch Sports Radio Hour.